hard to real and one. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a get ready with me. Let's try some new products out. I've collected a bunch of products to do a full face sort of first impression. Some of these I tried a long time ago and some of them I just couldn't wait anymore. But for the most part, a lot of these are first impression and I'm very, very excited. So with all that said, let's get into this. Let's try some new products out. First things first, we're gonna go ahead and prime the skin, and I'm gonna be using the Pop Beauty 24 Karat Face Base Radiance Blurring Primer. This is so pretty. It has like real gold in this. Sparkles, gorgeous. It has a vitamin B3 to brighten and hyaluronic acid to rehydrate the skin. It's paraben free and not tested on animals. So I went to an event where they were launching these. They come out September 20th, so keep an eye out. I have not sprayed this on my face yet. Okay, I'm excited. I'm gonna let that absorb into the skin. Also, how much do you guys love my little scrunchie? Now that the skin is prepped, we're gonna move on to foundation. I'm gonna be trying out, again, the Urban Decay Naked Skin One and Done Hybrid Complexion Perfector. I tried this out a long time ago, and all I remember is I wasn't completely sold on it, so I ended up returning it. But this came into my life again, and I've been very, very curious because whoever I see that uses this, they seem to really like it. Maybe I didn't use it right, who knows what. Now I have different skin needs, so we're gonna give this a try again. This is in the shade Light. I'm hoping that it matches my skin. It has a pump, which is great, so I'm gonna be using it on a damp beauty blender. I'm gonna go ahead and pump a little on the butt of my beauty blender. Like, this is the problem I had last time. The fact that nothing pumps this way and then it feels like it's already empty. Up. Well, there we go. Okay, I finally got it, but yet it feels like it's empty. All right. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and start putting this on my skin. The color looks like it's a little bit peachy for me, but we're gonna test this out. The coverage so far seems like a light, yeah, it's pretty sheer. I feel like maybe we can build it up to a light medium, but for the most part, this is very sheer. I went in with 2 layers on this side of my face, and it's definitely, you can still see all my scarring and my moles and blemishes, but my skin's really evened out. As you can tell, I have like redness here and splotchiness, but it's really evened it out, which I really like, and it looks good. It's not too luminous and it's not matte either, just kind of like a skin-like finish. But I feel like just me in general, I like more coverage in my foundations, just enough to cover my scarring. So I did about 2 layers on my whole face. It's really, really pretty. I'm not gonna lie. It doesn't really look like I'm wearing any makeup. I can throw this on and go grocery shopping or go spend the day at the beach or whatever. On a normal day, I'd like a little bit more coverage, but this actually looks really pretty on the skin. I'm glad I tried it out again. The only thing is like the pump and the fact that I feel like this is already empty because it's like really light. I'm pretty sure it's not, but I don't know. That was just like threw me off last time I tried it as well. But I really do like it. The color, it's good. It's okay. It's not perfect, but I feel like I can get away with it. It's a nice healthy color on me. Although I like more coverage, I'm gonna go ahead and maybe do some spot concealing with concealer and do a more lighter foundation today. We're trying new things. So for my concealer, I'm gonna be using the Urban Decay Naked Skin Weightless Complete Coverage Concealer. I have tried these before and they are really, really good. I remember loving them, but it's been quite a while since I've tried them. So I'm gonna go ahead and use these again. Which color shall I try? I'm gonna use the shade Fair Neutral for underneath my eyes, and I'm gonna see how this shade looks on my skin. I don't remember what color I used to use, but I don't know. I do really like the wands. They're exactly like the Colourpop No Filter Concealer. It's like a flat doe foot that picks up a lot of product on both sides. Dang, I don't remember it being this thick. Was it? Maybe. It's been a while. I'm gonna go into Light Warm and see how this is for spot concealing on the face because this is really, really brightening. Hopefully this isn't too dark. I feel like this can work, quite possibly. So here's me pretty much covering the rest of my face with concealer because my foundation was way too sheer for me. I'm gonna just blend everything out with my beauty blender. It does blend out really nicely and the coverage is pretty dang good. I remember really liking these a lot. I may have even like purchased it a few times. So I do really like these concealers. You may want to blend this out as soon as you apply it or not let it sit for too long because it just makes it a little bit harder to blend out perfectly. But we're good. Now that everything is blended out, I actually really like the way my skin looks right now. It still looks pretty dang natural. You can still see a lot of things peeking through in my skin, but it's not enough to really bother me because it looks natural. It doesn't look like I'm wearing a lot of makeup on my face. I actually don't have a new pressed powder or foundation powder to try, so I'm just gonna go in with the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder. I'm using the shade 5 Fair. I really like this stuff and I just want to lightly set everything so it doesn't melt off or crease. So after I push the powder into my skin with the damp beauty blender, I'm gonna just take a fluffy brush with a little bit of that powder and just go and dust it all around. Make sure everything is set. Get rid of any excess powder anywhere. I think we need to add a little bit of warmth to this face. I'm gonna go in with the new Colourpop pressed powders, and this is the bronzer right there. I actually don't really know what color this is. It doesn't say on the back, but when I try to figure it out, I will put it up here somewhere. But this is a shade. Hopefully it's not too warm on me. I think it will be okay. I haven't tried the bronzers before, so I'm just gonna go ahead and, oh, that's pigmented. Woo! Tap a little bit out. I really do like that they have a huge mirror in here. It takes up the entire compact. So, okay, fingers crossed. This can go terrible or, okay, we're good. It's blending out really nicely. I'm basically just adding this all over my face because Lord knows I need some warmth and color. I haven't really done any summertime activities this summer. I haven't gone swimming, I haven't gone tanning, I haven't done any of those things. So I'm still very, very winter color. Love this bronzer. It's beautiful. It blended out amazingly. It looks pretty on the skin. It's not patchy whatsoever, and the color, I think for me, is perfect. I'm very excited about this. So now we're gonna move on to blush, and I'm gonna be using the new Dose of Colors Mint For You blush in AmazeMint, and it actually matches my outfit quite well. This is a really pretty peachy shade. I have only swatched this. I haven't really put this on my cheeks yet, so I'm very excited. I'm just taking this Japanese brush. I've never applied blush with this before, but we're gonna give it a try. Whoa, that's a lot of blush. Tap that out, and let's go for it. Ooh. Oh wow, still feel like that was a lot. It's a really pretty color. I feel like I put way too much on because this brush is humongous. I'm not gonna lie, like low-key all my brushes are sort of kind of dirty, so I'm like using really random brushes. Yeah, that's a little bit heavy-handed on the blush, Jess. Good job. Now we're moving on to highlighter. I'm actually pretty dang excited because these I've swatched and they are so incredibly blinding. I haven't put them on my face yet, so I've been waiting for this video. This is from Pout Beauty. These are also coming out September 20th along with the 24 karat gold spray that we use as primer. So these are the two lighter colors. There's gonna be 4 shades. There's Celestial Light and Gilded Light. I think I'm gonna go in with Gilded Light. I'm gonna try this shade out first, so let me swatch it really quick. Oh my lord, you guys. Do you see? I'm just saying, these are amazing. I'm gonna take my Luxie tapered highlight brush. Let's do this. Yes. Oh yeah, I am into this. I'm very into this. Oof. It doesn't emphasize your pores whatsoever. It's really finely packed inside of the palette. These highlighters are very smooth and creamy feeling, so they blend out really beautifully and they don't look chunky or glittery on your cheek whatsoever. There's actually no glitter. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's really any glitter. It's just kind of like a sheen, like I think for the heck of it, I want to try the other shade on the other cheek and see how Celestial Light looks. It's going to be a little bit lighter and more pearlescent, so I'm just going to take a little bit and I'm going to pop this on my cheek. Oh wow, this one is absolutely gorgeous as well. This has more of a blue pink icy tinge to it, whereas this is more of a light gold color. I think these will look absolutely beautiful mixed together. Actually, I I'm really impressed. Like, I'm so happy about these. I cannot wait for them to launch. There are two other colors that I feel like are going to be a little bit darker on me. So for anyone who is darker than me, there's going to be options. I'm actually going to take both highlighters and mix them together for my nose. I'm just going to pop that on the tip. And I'm also going to apply it down the bridge of my nose. We are glowing. We are glowing. We are very much glowing. For my eyebrows, I'm going to be using Colourpop's new brow products. This is the Brow Boss pencil and the Brow Boss gel. I used these for the first time yesterday, but it's still kind of like new, so I want to use them today as well. These are amazing. I love Colourpop's brow products. I was obsessed with the previous brow pencil in Dope Taupe. That was my ish. I used it all the time, and I obviously finished it, but I'm really excited about this. This is in the shade light brown. I can definitely go a little darker, but since my eyebrows themselves are pretty dark haired, I like to just, you know, make it a little bit lighter just so it's not too heavy. And the brow gel is really cool because it's not like, it doesn't make your eyebrows super crispy. There's something about them that's very conditioning as well, but it also holds your eyebrow hairs really nicely. So that's what I'm gonna do, and I will be right back. So this is one eyebrow filled in, and this is a bare brow. I know I have already thick, fuller eyebrows, and I don't necessarily need to fill them in, but it's just a preference of mine. I love doing it. I like evening them up, making them more precise and defined. Not a lot of people are a fan of my eyebrows, which I totally understand. I am. I love them. It took me a long time to get them to be this thick. My eyebrows used to get butchered. They were way too thin, and I hated them so much. So, I mean, yeah, sometimes they look bolder than usual. Things happen, you know, when you're filling them in, you go a little overboard. And especially without any eye makeup, they may look a little bit crazy at times. But I love my eyebrows. You do not have to do your eyebrows the same way as me if you don't like them. But yeah, just a little eyebrow PSA. My eyebrows, I love them very, very much. And yeah, I'm just gonna do the other side now. Now I'm going to go into the Brow Boss gel. I haven't really trimmed my eyebrows in a while, so they're a little bit longer than usual. This is just going to help keep them in place, not move around or fall. Just get those straight hairs aligned. This is also really good if you don't have a lot of fullness in your eyebrows. This just kind of makes them look a little bit fluffier too. So I really like it. I'm going to let that dry and move on to the eyes. For my eyeshadows, I'm going to be using the Persona Identity palette. This was created by Sona Gasparian. She's a fellow Armenian YouTuber, and her name is simply Sona on Instagram. You guys can check her out, but she created this beautiful palette, a neutral girl's dream. I'm so excited to dig into this. It's still like pristine in mint condition. So I'm gonna create a beautiful look with this. Let's zoom you guys in and get started. I'm starting off with the shade Humble, which is a matte nude shade. This is gonna go underneath my brow bone. You guys know how it is. I always like to start out with a color there, and then I just bring it down to my lids a little bit to make blending a little easier. For my first transition color, I'm gonna take the shade Charming, which is a matte soft brown. And I'm just gonna start with this in my crease. So far the colors are really nicely pigmented on my brush. They are very soft and they blend out really easily. This is a really pretty transition color. Next up, I'm taking the shade Maverick, and I'm also going to pop this into my crease and slowly build up the darkness. Let's go into Fearless, which is the darkest dark chocolate matte brown in here. And I'm going to deepen up the crease even more. I'm taking the shade Audacious, which is a warm orangey brown. And this is gonna go underneath my bottom lash line. And then I'm going to go back to Fearless and put this over top, focusing more on the outer parts. For my lids, I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to take Bombshell, which is like a very light metallic green color. And I'm going to pop this on my lids instead of going for, you know, my typical gold or champagne color. Oh wow, that is super pretty and very pigmented. I have to say I'm very impressed with these eyeshadows. They perform amazingly. My brush is not even wet. There is no fallout even when you pick up shadows from the palette, as you can tell. It's not messy whatsoever. There's no shadow flying around anywhere. I love these a lot. I'm going to go into the shade Sassy, which is a really pretty metallic pearly color. And this is going to go on the inner corners of my eye. I'm also going to take Sassy a little bit on my brow bone to add a little bit of a pop a sheen. I also have these Dose of Color Ideal crayons that came out with the Mint collection. There's one in a minty color and then there's one in black. I was thinking of actually putting the mint in my waterline. Let's see how that goes. Kind of nervous. Hopefully it doesn't look too crazy, but let's try it out. Sorry, I have to get really close to my mirror, but that's one eye. I feel like it's a little bit too chunky to get in there because I got a bunch on my lashes, but it is really pretty. Let's do the other eye. I got it going close again. I think I'm just gonna finish off the eye look with some mascara. This is a brand new mascara from Urban Decay. It's called the Troublemaker. I love this packaging so much. It's really, really cool. The description is very PG-13, but you guys can check that out if you guys like. Very interesting description about it. But it has a plastic wand on it, which, you know, just from trying a lot of mascaras out, this isn't my favorite type. I like the really bristly ones, you know? But we're gonna give this a try. We're gonna see how it goes. Let's try. So these are the finished eyes, you guys. I love this palette so much. I'm gonna be reaching for it a lot. I think it's gonna be like my new go-to for a while, but I think the colors are amazing. The formula is bomb. The mascara, I like it, but it is very prickly. If you get really close to your roots, it does like kind of poke, and I had to clean up a lot of mascara on my eyes because it was a little bit messy, but for the most part, they don't look bad. Not too bad. But this is the eye look. Now let's finish it off with the lips. For my lips, I'm going to be trying out the Pop Beauty Pout on Point lip liners. These come out September 20th along with the 24 karat spray and highlighters. It's going to be a pretty cool launch with some awesome products. All the shades are pretty much like mauve-y, neutral, pinky nude, really pretty shades. Like these are all just colors and I'm very excited. I haven't put them on my lips yet, so I'm going to pick a shade. Which shade? Any shade, pick a color. I'm gonna take the shade Nudie, which is a brown tone nude color. I really like the shape of this. It's angled almost like a brow pencil. I don't think I've tried a lip liner like this, and it has like a little teardrop shape. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this a try. Let's go. Pretty much lined and filled in my lips with a lip liner, and I love this color a lot. Very neutral nude color. There's like no pinkiness to it, so you can pair this alone or you can put lipstick over it, and it doesn't transfer when you kiss your hand. If you rub it with your finger, you'll get a little bit off, but for the most part, it looks and feels kind of like a liquid lipstick, which is awesome. This is what I used to do all the time before liquid lipsticks were a thing. I always just wore lip liner all over my lips for a really perfect matte look. But I think just for the heck of it, I'm gonna throw on a gloss. This is the Desi & Katy and Dose of Colors Over the Top Gloss, just to give my lips a little extra oomph and sparkle. And also my lips are really dry today, so I'm just gonna go over it a little bit. And I almost forgot, we have a setting spray. This is from Urban Decay. It's called the Chill Makeup Setting Spray, Cooling and Hydrating. It's oil-free, paraben-free, and temperature control technology. Very interesting. So I'm gonna give this, I'm gonna give this a try. It kind of smells like baby wipes. Although that smelled like baby wipes, the mist was super fine and it like just absorbed into my skin really quickly, so I really like that. The smell is a little bit interesting. That finally finishes off the look, and I have to say, not only do I love how everything came out, but I loved all the products I used, like all the way from the foundation. Like my skin still looks pretty flawless, although it's a light coverage. Like now that it's had time to sit on my skin, I don't miss that full coverage. I don't look cakey, I don't look makeup-y. It looks really freaking good. There's like no creasing on my face whatsoever. Maybe the secret is to go a little lighter on the face so it doesn't look so heavy, but I gotta say, the bronzer, the blush, the highlighter, the eyeshadow palette, the brows, the lips, everything I love. I think the least favorite product was probably the mascara, only because I'm pretty picky with my mascaras. I have one that works wonders on my lashes that I love and I'm obsessed with, and I've been using for a very long time. Pretty sure a lot of you guys can guess what it is, but I think that's pretty much the least favorite, only because of that reason. But I think it still looks pretty good. I don't know, I'm pretty excited. I'm like really happy I finally got to use everything. I've been dying to try these products out. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, found it helpful. I hope I used some products that you guys had like your eye on, or maybe you were just wondering about. I hope I answered some of your questions. But thank you guys so much for watching. As usual, don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Makeup by Jessie. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.